I'm Jen. Today I'm going to show you how to make a bow. This bow is going to go on my summer wreath that will be hanging on the front door. I'm using 3 types of wire ribbon and it is going to be a full, beautiful bow. So come along and let's make a bow together. Okay, I'm going to show you how I make a bow using 3 ribbons. So first, I need to put my pegs in. I like my bows really large, so obviously the farther out, the bigger the bow is going to be. I think the third one from the top is about the perfect size that I like. So go ahead and put my pegs in. One there. Okay. Now I've got my ribbon that I'm going to use. I've got wire cutters, floral wire, and I've got scissors. So I'm going to start by getting the package off my ribbon. Usually on the other side, so I think I'm going to have to move my ribbon holder. I want the larger one. Let me think here. Yeah, I want the larger one on the first, and then this one next, and this one. So then I'm going to collect them all and get them. You're not going to be able to see the ribbon on camera, but I want to make sure that I have it far enough for the tail. So I like longer tails on my bows as well. I think, let's see, find my ruler. Yeah, I think a 12-inch tail will be good to start, and then I can trim it down if I don't like that size. So I have them all pinched or on top of each other, so I'm going to go ahead and pinch them together. Then I'm going to take my floral wire and I'm just going to go down a few inches on the wire. I think this is 20 gauge wire that I'm using, and I'm going to go ahead and twist that wire on to the ribbon. Then I'm going to take, oh goodness, it's been a while since I've made a bow. I'm going to lay it down here. Then I'm going to go ahead, and there's a little nail right here. I'm going to wrap the wire around that little nail, and then I'm going to take my wire and ribbon and tuck it underneath my bow maker. Put it down. So now I'm going to pull my ribbon as I go, but I want to have it on the bow maker. I want to have it nice and tight. So I take it, and then making sure I have it, pinch and turn the ribbon. And then I go up to the peg and go around the peg. Working my ribbon to make sure that it's all facing up as I go. And I like to kind of hold the ribbon at this peg, and then I'm going to pinch and twist, making sure that the pattern of the ribbon is right side up. And go up around the next peg. And play around with the ribbon to make sure it's all facing up. Get it nice and tight. Come back down to the main peg and pinch and twist. Now, you can go on to the next one, or you can go ahead and add it on to that peg, the first peg that we did. And that's what I'm gonna do, just because I like an extra ribbon right there, extra bows, I guess, basically what it comes down to. So then I get down at the base, pinch the ribbon, twist, get all those ribbons faced up, and then I'm going to go ahead, oops, that one twisted on me, go back around, pinch, twist to the next. Wants to slide on me on my table here. I'm going to kind of hold that still as well. Just making sure that my ribbon is all going the same direction. And pinch and twist. I'm keeping an eye on my my ribbon because the checkered one is about empty, because it was ribbon that I'd used on other things before. So I'm not gonna, and I still want to make sure that I have a tail for the second part of the bow. So pinch, twist, and wrap. Now I think I could probably do like one more loop, just one more peg, and I have enough of the checkered for the tail. Go ahead and loop that around and pinch that down. Now I'm going to pull out that wire that's underneath and use that well, actually I think what I'm going to do is, I think right now would be a good time to use I like to use zip ties. That way I know that my bows are holding together well. So just kind of working underneath there. And then I know that I'm getting them tight. So now I'm going to pop this off It just slides off the folders, untwist. We're going to move that aside a minute. So I want to make sure that my zip tie is tight, so get that really, really tight. And I'm going to go ahead and take that wire off now. You can use the wire to wrap your bow, but I feel that I don't have enough strength to get my bow as tight as I want it. I want to make sure that my bow doesn't come undone. So that's why I like using the zip ties. Especially with having all this ribbon. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the two that are still hooked. I'm going to cut those off. I'm not going to be precise about that right this minute. Now, my fun part. Well, I guess I need to wrap my ribbon, or my wire back around. Okay, now that that's cut off, I do like to take my wire and wrap it back around. Now that I've got the zip tie tight, I'll go ahead and wrap that wire back around and twist it. Then I have something to secure the bow onto the wreath and for this next part. So I took a piece of scrap wood, put a nail in it, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap my wire around that nail. That gives me something to fluff my bow with. And I'm going to go ahead and let's make sure we got that good and tight and snap that off. Now for the fun part. I'll start at the bottom and just pull them out. Just kind of go in different directions. Since I'm pulled the screen one up to the top, this one I'm going to pull down to the bottom. Then I go to the next set and I'll do it the opposite way than what I did before. That way when the bow is finished, it's not going to be, it won't look the same on both sides. It'll have a little character. So pull that one up and that one. And then move on to the next one. We'll take the green to the front. Sometimes you got to work with the ribbon itself and how it's going. If it wants to go to the bottom, then you probably should take it to the bottom. So this one, the green's gonna go to the bottom, and the yellow is at the top. I think that yellow is super cute. And that's my center. And then this is the one that I did double on. So I pull those apart first. And I'm going to do the green up to the top. Then the checkered and the yellow. Let's do the green down that way. It wants to go that way anyways. And all of my ribbon is wire ribbon, wire edged, so it will help to form a bow better. Just kind of thinking about these loops, what direction I want them to go. So I think I got them all. Now I'm just going to kind of go in and straighten them up to puff them so they're not like bent over. I'll have to, once I get it on the wreath itself, I'll end up fluffing it up even more And then I'll probably end up doing it when it's on the door as well. So just keep fluffing it until it looks nice and full. Okay, so I probably should have went a little bit longer on the tails, but what I can do is take and add more of the yellow polka dot and the green, since this one's gone, and it'll give it a couple different, it'll give it 2 different lengths of tails. So I think I'm going to switch those facing up. I'm going to go ahead and get these that are on here, tails, done. And I like to do a dovetail. So I think it's probably best to start with these ones here. So a dovetail, you just fold it in half so the wire ends are together. And then on the folded part, you cut down. So you're cutting like a V. So there's a dovetail. I'll go ahead and do the other ones. My scissors are getting a little dull. I should get them sharpened. I'm just kind of eyeballing how far on these longer ones they're going to match up. So there's that bow. Now I think I am, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and add more ribbon for the to make the longer tails. And what I think I'm going to do is 12, 24. I think I want, yeah, I think a 24-inch tail ribbon. My pink, or my yellow ribbon is at the end. Well, both of them are at the end. So I'm pretty much using up the rest of my ribbon that I have. So I'm just going to go ahead, since it's the end of my ribbons, I'm just going to go ahead and split this in half. Find the center of this, of each of these. Looks like one's longer than the other, so. Alright, and then I'm gonna go ahead, so I got the center, we're gonna take this, the bow off the wire, or off the board, my little fluff box, I guess is what it's technically called. And then I'm gonna go ahead and open up that wire, put my ribbon down. Open up my wire. I should have my glasses on for this, I can't see. Get that open. I'm not gonna open it all the way, just probably, yeah, that's probably good. So it's still got one twist. And then take my, at the center, I'm gonna go ahead and pinch it so it's, and then I make sure that it's where my tails are going. Yeah. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that wire back around. Get that good and tight. So, see, it's because I flipped it upside down and got smushed a little bit, so I just fluff it up. I think this is like one of my favorite things to do is the fluff bows. I don't know why. It's silly, but it's enjoyable to me. Okay, so I have the shorter tails, and I don't want them like extremely long, but I think I'm gonna go a couple inches. That's more than a couple, I guess. Let's see. About 6 inches, I think, will be good. And just go ahead and fold them over and cut. Kind of make sure that I'm right at the same length. Fold the wire edges together, and on the folded side, cut. Get a dovetail. You could cut them at an angle if you would like. So, there's my nice full bow. Fluff it up a little bit more. Make sure all the ribbon is separated, the loops separated. Let's see, let's move that yellow over here. And there we go.